Hey people, what's up? 20th of October, Thursday. The days just are like liquid, even though they're full time-wise. It just every time you turn around, it's like it's the 20th of October. I thought the month just started. So, Dave, when you see this Muffins box, what I've done is I started to read the book because for me, the print is very small, so I can read it like this, but I do end up doing this at times because here's a story behind me having to wear these damn glasses too. I used to have great vision and then got stung in the eye by a wasp, and then the treatment afterwards, they needed to dilate my eyes, had a real difficult time dilating them, and my eyes never went back to clear. I've had to wear glasses since. I complained and they told me I was just, they said it was just, well, they really didn't think much of it. I don't have the money to pursue suing someone, but it was like my eyesight was gone. But I started to read the book, Dave, and first off, it's just fantastic for you and the band to have the opportunity to talk about your history, have it documented so nicely. The thing that stood out right away was the name Michael Zentner. I said, I know that name. How do I know that name? So I started digging around, and sure enough, I have this present time. Michael Zentner never made the connection to Dave Newhouse or the Muffins until that book. Now the music on here is really sounds very similar, but the people that he has on here, it's the cream of the crop. It's everyone from David Allen to see. I have to get my. It's early in the day too. I have to get this so I can read this fucking thing. Pardon my language. And at the same time, you hear it so much. What's the big deal to hear an F-bomb, right? Jeez, I mean, just all the way down. David Allen, Bill Bacon, Peter Blagvad, Carla Bley, Kenwood Denard, Fred Frith. Good God. John Greaves, Lisa Herman, Percy Jones, Hansford Rowe, Frank Wyatt. Wow, it's like it's an all-star cast. And so I started to play this morning to refresh my memory because I didn't remember the sound of this. This is very good. And it's definitely in that zone of progressive, fresh music that is taking from many different places of origin besides rock, jazz, world. I love the way it starts with David Allen talking about parts. Very cool, Dave. What an honor. And I'll be diving back into the box because I've only gotten through, I haven't gotten through one whole set of 4 discs yet. It's a lot to take in. It is. But what a wonderful thing. I see several people showing it in groups. So I hope it sells. I hope you sell it out. Other than that, yesterday I did more work on the album. It's really coming along nicely. It really is. I'm real pleased with how it's coming. But on break, besides watching a bit of news and trying to watch movies, I get involved in documentaries more than movies for the most part. But this was a good play, and I played this version of it. Rain Tree Crow, which was actually the band Japan coming back together, but David Sylvian insisted we're not in Japan. We got to call it something else. And it doesn't sound at all like Japan, but it's those people. And this is a single that they put out, Blackwater. Beautiful song. It's got that Richard Barbieri treatment. David Sylvian's beautiful voice. And this is a limited edition package with, thought I'd go ahead and open it up and show it, and that's nice. I like that about certain artists, where the visual aesthetic is as important as the music. You know, and I get that from people like Sakamoto and Popol Vuh when they were going, and some of the coolest artists. You know, Eno is a good example of that, where he pays a lot of attention to how the music is presented, what we see. There we go. So I listened to that. I did play a few records, so I'll share them with you. Rather than doing any polls, I'll just show what I played. It was fun sharing that Beatles stuff with you guys. Tasavallan Presidentti from Finland. This is a reissue on a interesting color vinyl, yellowy, kind of yellowy. Tasavallan Presidentti was interesting band that was, like most rock bands, started out with a blues bass and an American connection. I believe the lead singer, Frank Robson, was American. Good voice. But they took it, it was jazzy, but also, I think because of their ethnicity, it just took on this different quality that I don't hear anywhere else, except in the music of Tasavallan Presidentti, some of the solo work by Jukka Talonen. This is really good, and great playing. These musicians on here are very good, great players. I told you about this, picking this up last week, but I played it again yesterday all the way through. This is very unique. It's wild. It is. It achieves his goal. You know, the jungle atmosphere is what he was going for. This is real cool. Very cool. What else did I play? This band, I think they're from Estonia. Yes, they're from Estonia. Phlox. You know, this is, rock doesn't really fit anymore when I think about some of these bands that are called prog rock. This is more jazz, really, and interesting compositions. Soloing is important. It's horn-based. There are vocals, but it's primarily instrumental. There is a Dada aspect to it, kind of like Frank Zappa in parts, even though I don't know what the thing is that's supposed to be funny when it's funny. But overall, this is the kind of thing that I like to find. Keri by Phlox. Very unique sounding. Very unique. Yesterday was Peter Tosh's birthday. He's been gone a long time. I've always rated Peter Tosh along with Bob Marley. Kind of felt like Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer were part of the secret sauce that made the Wailers so potent when they started out. It wasn't just Bob Marley. I think Peter Tosh could have been as big of a star, but he got murdered. Equal Rights is a very good album. And it has enough rock elements to cross over. I have his Legalized album, but my copy is cover is trashed. I need a new copy of it. Peter Tosh. That's what got played yesterday. A few days before, I don't think I showed this. Maybe I did, but I'm going to show it again because I love these musicians. I was just talking about Japan. Jansen, Barbieri, and Karn from the band Japan. Just their approach to the music to me is a cut above. It's far from mediocre. It's like some really fine delicacy, but not delicate, just really rich and special. I just love their music. frankly, I like this. This was what led me to Porcupine Tree. And still, I like this music much better overall than Porcupine Tree. Richard Barbieri was my entrance into Porcupine Tree. His work in general, for me, stands above what he does with Porcupine Tree. It's a very good album. Very good album. Let me see if there's anything else down here that I might have not shown. I'll show this again. This is very good. It's very good. Very good performance. Michael Caroli in particular is wailing on guitar on this set. Wailing. Anything else down here I might have... I don't know if I talked about this. I pulled this recently and it's been out, and I've played it all the way through over a few days, plus watched the live video that comes with it. I didn't go the last time they came to Omaha because I've already seen them. That was enough. But Animal Collective, Centipede Hurts. There's a playful aspect to the way they do their music and the way they sound. There's a Beach Boys aspect to it, to me. There's something about their vocals and such that reminds me of the Beach Boys. And I don't play them often, but this is a keeper. And after seeing them play live, that made a difference too. To watch them create these sounds and to the way they interacted with each other, Panda Bear and the other guys. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, Stephanie, it was fun to share the Beatles, and I'm glad you told me a little bit about what was going on with you back then, because again, I was just a child, you know. So Dave Newhouse and Michael Zentner and all these cool cats. I will likely venture to play some more of the Muffins box set today. But what an honor to be able to do this with your career, or part of it, you know, to encapsulate it in such a beautiful way. It's fantastic, really. All right, folks. Be well wherever you are, and stay in touch.